The Kroth Imperial warship Sovereign Fong slid through the darkness between stars like a blade through silk. Admiral Voskar stood at the command bridge, his 4 eyes scanning the star charts with cold satisfaction. Ahead lay the sector marked in bright red on every galactic map Terran space. The warning beacon pulsed automatically, transmitting in 47 languages the same message it had been transmitting for 60 years. You are entering the sovereign territory of the Terran Federation. Turn back. This is your only warning. Voskar clicked his mandibles in amusement. They call themselves humans, he said to his second-in-command. Small, soft, no claws, no armor plating, no hive-mind coordination. He dismissed the beacon with a wave. Cut the signal. We move forward. Nobody on that bridge questioned the order. The Kroth Empire had conquered 47 civilizations. What could soft-bodied mammals possibly do? 40 light-seconds away, inside a hollowed-out asteroid designated Sentinel Station Bravo, Petty Officer Marcus Webb sat with a cup of cold coffee and a radar screen that had just lit up like Christmas morning. Captain, he called across the dim operations room. We've got a Kroth warship. Kilo class. Just crossed boundary marker 7. Captain James Kowalski didn't panic. He didn't even stand up quickly. He simply set down his own coffee, cracked his knuckles, and walked to the console with the calm of a man who had been waiting for exactly this moment. How many aboard? Estimated 800 crew, sir. Kowalski nodded slowly. Get me fleet command. And wake up Colonel Rita Donovan at the 3rd Rapid Response Wing. Marcus hesitated. Sir, should we transmit another warning first? Kowalski looked at the screen, then at Marcus. We already did, 60 years ago, and again today when they crossed the line. He picked up the command receiver. That's 2 warnings. The Kroth don't get a 3rd. Admiral Voskar was admiring the distant blue star at the sector's center when his sensor officer made a strange sound, somewhere between a gasp and a prayer. Admiral, I'm reading energy signatures. Hundreds of them, coming from everywhere. From the asteroids, from the debris fields, from the moons. Cloaked ships, Voskar demanded. Not ships, sir. The officer's voice cracked. Weapons platforms, automated kill grids, point defense cannons the size of our cruisers. And a long pause. Admiral, they were here the entire time, waiting. Every asteroid in this sector is a fortification. Voskar felt something he had not felt in 40 years of conquest. Fear. Raise shields. Evasive. The first rail cannon slug hit them before he finished the sentence. Colonel Rita Donovan watched the engagement on her tactical screen from the bridge of the UNTS Valley Forge, her strike wing holding position 3,000 kilometers back, unnecessary as it turned out. The automated defense grid was already doing its work. The Sovereign Fong twisted and rolled, its shields flaring brilliant violet under the bombardment. It was a magnificent warship, she admitted to herself. Fast, powerful, built by a civilization that had never truly lost a war. Until now, she watched the Kroth vessel attempt to retreat, watched it turn back toward the boundary it had so casually crossed minutes ago. For one moment she thought they might make it. Then the magnetic mines they drifted through on the way in passive, invisible, patient as stones, detected the engine signature on their way out. The Sovereign Fong vanished in a white bloom of light. Rita set down her stylus. Log it, she said simply. 1 Kroth warship destroyed. No Terran casualties. Yes, ma'am. Her communications officer paused. Should we send a message to the Empire? Yeah. She stood and stretched her shoulders. Send them the sensor footage. No words, just the footage. She headed toward the door. They'll understand. 3 weeks later, in the Imperial throne chamber of Kroth Prime, Emperor Davhar watched the footage for the 12th time. 800 of his finest warriors. Gone in 4 minutes. Not by a Terran fleet. Not by soldiers or heroes. By machines. Left there. Waiting. His military advisor spoke carefully. Your Majesty, our intelligence suggests the humans have seeded every border sector this way. Thousands of platforms. All automated. All patient. The Emperor was quiet for a long time. They didn't even send their fleet, he finally said. No, your majesty. They didn't consider it necessary. Davhar stared at the frozen final frame, the white explosion where his ship had been. 60 years ago, a small, soft, clawless species had drawn a line in the stars. They hadn't defended it with armies or threats or politics. They had simply made trespassing not survivable. Draft a letter, the Emperor said at last, his voice very quiet. To the Terran Federation. What shall it say? He clasped his hands behind his back and turned away from the screen. Apologies, and a request to discuss trade.